Hi everyone, welcome to October's online class. Well, this class is a little bit different to what we normally do. We're going to be making a mini album. So in your kit you will get a half a packet of our Memory and More's cards, and you will get also a half a packet of the greeting cards and envelopes. So this is great value for money. You get 20 actual cards. I'll just show you. You can just fold them in half so they're ready to go with this gorgeous envelope. So you get 20 of those for about $17.50 it is. So you're going to get half a packet of those as well. I'll just put this aside for a minute. You will get a metre each of this colour, the coloured ribbon that goes with it. I will cut these out for you when they're self-sticky, so that's just what I've put on the front of the album for decoration. You will get a small piece of the papaya cardstock. You will get 2 pieces of cardboard. You're going to need to cut them down a bit. They need to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. I've cut them at 4 1/2 by 6 1/2, just so you've got a little bit extra to play with in case things were a little bit different. You will get your 10 envelopes. We're only going to use 2 of them in the project, so you'll have 8 envelopes spare. And these are all the different cards that you're going to get in your kit. Lots of different ones, different sides, and it's just up to you how you want to use those. You can write on them, etc. And you've got your bigger ones as well. You'll get a little couple of sheets of stickers to decorate, and you will get 2 sheets of basic black cardstock and 1 sheet of the basic white. So we'll just put these all back so I know what I'm doing. Excuse me. So I'm just going to give you a quick look at the book. I'm not going to show you how to decorate. I'm just going to show you how to put the book together, because I just find once you've got your photos, you can decorate and cut down to what you want. So first off, I've put it all together, and there's just a little pocket from the envelope here. So I've just got the details of this card. So this is Ivy. So these photos are mainly from just 2021 plus her baby one. So I've told her that she has to write down her name and everything in there. This is going to be her book that she has to do. And then you can see I've just added, this is just scrap that I've added in here. I've just cut a tiny bit off just to lighten it from the back. And these are just the little stickers I've just stamped throughout. And the first page, I've just stuck one whole sheet, like one of these, doesn't matter which one, and I've just stuck that there, and I thought she can write a little story there of whatever happiness is to her. This is Ivy with her cat, and then motorbikes. But this one, I've actually made a little pocket so that I can just put a photo and that in here, and I've just made this one like this. She can write or do something on that, up to her. And this is just with the black cardstock, and I've just used the ribbon to pull in and out. Then just back to a plain page. I've just joined those 2 together. Nothing difficult, just a little bit of decoration. Here's another little pocket. So I've just done a pocket every second page. You can do it every page if you like. So these are just photos throughout the year. This is a full piece of one of these that I've just put at the back of a photo. And this one here, I'll just find it for you. Just show you what I've done. Was this card here, and all I've done is cut around here and just added sticky to this little bit here to make this a little pocket. So these ones just fit inside. So I had a couple of photos I needed to put them in, so I've just tucked them in under that. there. These are just scraps that I'd cut off, so you don't need to put cardstock behind the whole photo. And this is her school bag, and I've just added a little bit of blue to here. Made a pocket here for this one. This is the same sort of one. I've just cut around it. It was just a smaller card. Let's see if I can quickly find that to show you. Whoops. You will get it in your pack, whichever. Of course I want it. I won't be able to show you. Can't find it, but it is there. It's just like this. You're just going to cut around here. I've cut this off and made a little pocket for this one to slide in as well. You can stick your photos down if you want to. I had a piece of black just sitting there, so I've only just half done the photo, and that looks fine. And then over to the next, I've just made a little pocket, and I thought Ivy can write a few things about different photos throughout the album. This one's just stuck under. I've just cut that off another card. And the same with this. This was one of the 3x4 cards. And then at the end, I've just got a little memories, just add a little bit of ribbon to that, and Ivy can write another little story there. So that's as simple as it is. And it's just great to use these little pockets as well. So that's a quick look at the album. So what we're going to do is get our cards. So you will get 10 cards, and they will be flat like so. So you're going to actually fold them inside out. So you want the print on the inside. So you're just going to fold your 10 cards inside out. So once you get them all like that, that's when we're going to start to stick them together. So I'm just going to move a little space here. So it's up to you whether you use your Tombow or whether you want to use your tear and tape. The tear and tape I use for the pockets, and the Tombow I use for the ones that I'm actually sticking flat. So you'll get a couple of your cards, and you want to make sure it's very easy to, if you don't get the seams right together, it's very easy to make them go a little bit crooked. So we're going to be concentrating on keeping our seams quite straight. So the first one I'm going to do is with Tombow, because I'm not doing a pocket in the first one. All I'm doing is just gluing it together. I'm just going to keep them both flat. And stick them. Just keep the cards even. And I just found that the easiest way to get this straight. So you've got them down flat, the edges are flat, like so. Then if you want to put two colours together, you can, or you can continue to do one white, one colour. Totally up to you. I'll just check what I did. It doesn't really, I've just done white, white. So this time I'm actually going to do a pocket one. So you need your tear and tape, or you can use your glue if you want to, but I use my tear and tape for this one, and you just need to go right on the edge. Right over, I can't quite get my head over things, so hopefully it will be. And all you're going to do is the two sides and the bottom. And just rip. You can cut if you like. I'll just get my bone folder. I did have one before, I've lost it. Just rub your bone folder over it, just makes it come off a little bit easier. You can use your take a pick tool or your scissors or whatever you've got. I find this harder than the Tombow. Tombow you got a little bit of wriggle and wriggle time. Just pull that up and get your next card. Now this sticks pretty quick, so get it right on the edges, up straight. So that gives you a pocket. I find I use my bone folder to just move it around a bit, so it's going to make it easier for when you're cutting your pieces of cardstock to actually stick in the slide up and down like so. So you're going to continue to do that right through till the end of the folder. So if you go ahead and do all of those pages together, so I stuck one with Tombow, then one with the tear and tape, so I've got a pocket in every second one. You can do, if you want to, you can do pockets in every one, but I just thought, well, a pocket in every second one was enough. So I did 4 pockets for 4 tags. So if you go ahead and do that, and then when I've caught up with you, we'll come back. Okay, I've only got a couple left to do, so I'm going to just show you the last couple. So it's getting thicker here, and here's our book so far. So I'm up to doing another pocket. So just getting my tear and tape, going up the side. Along the bottom. Get our bone folder and just to get it sticking nice and firmly. And this is such a quick way to do a little mini album with these greeting cards. So now I'm just going to line these up with the pages here because it's getting thicker now. Get that lined up with that edge. You should have this edge correct. And our last one, so when you're doing your last one, if you've changed a couple of the pages around, that's fine, but just have the white on the outside because that white will slip into our envelope for our cover. So now this one's a Tombow. Do it a little bit closer to the edge, I just don't want it oozing out. Just lining these pages up. Just gives you a little bit of time for wriggle here. Just glue it down. So I'll just give that a little bit of time to stick with the Tombow. So here's your album, and I've just turned one page around the green here onto the opposite side. So now what you're going to do with your pages that have the pockets, so you'll just see your pockets here. All I've done is got a circle punch and just guess the middle, just so you've got pretty well even either side, and just cut, just so it's easy for you to get your tag in and out. So, and I didn't even measure, I just eyeballed it and just cut every second one out. That's the next one. Oops, paper flying everywhere. So there we go. So that's just, I'll just bring in a little tag, and you can just slide that in those little pockets. I'm all fingers here. Doesn't want to come apart for me. There we go. And they'll be your pockets for your tags. So that's why it's a good idea to get your bone folder down in here and just work it a little bit, and it just loosens your paper off a little bit to so your tags can fit in, because you want to put a photo on either side of these tags just so you can fit a few more photos in. So okay, we'll clear the deck here a bit. So what we're going to do now is just reinforce our album a little bit. So you want to just make your covers a little bit stronger. So you'll probably need to cut this down just 1/4 inch off either side. You just sort of want it the same size as your card. So all we're going to do is add Tombow to the front of your card. And you're going to adhere the cardboard to the front. So that just gives it a nice firm front, and you're going to do exactly the same to the back. Just add your Tombow. And add your cardboard to the back. Just give that a minute to dry. I'm just going to get a couple of the envelopes. Just move things out of the road here a little bit, because I'm going to have to cut in a minute. So I'm just going to bring my cutter in. So what you're going to do is slide these into our envelope, just like so, and that will be one of our covers. And then one will just come around. But what I want to do, so you've got to remember which is your top and which is your bottom, because I need to cut one of these flaps off here, and then we're going to wrap the base, cut one off on one envelope, and then you will wrap the other around the spine. So we've got it here. We're going to wrap one around the spine, and then we're just going to stick the other one back on to show for the decoration. So I'll just cut one first. Just going to cut straight down the line. I'll just bring that in so you can see it, sorry. So just line that up with our cutting area and just cut down, and we're still going to use that, so don't throw it away. So we're going to bring our book back in. So what I did, I used the one that I didn't cut off on the back. So we're just going to slide that in here. I'll just show you before we do any gluing. We're going to slide that in there. Then we're going to slide the front one in here. So we're still going to use this as a pocket. So that will go in there like so. And you're going to bring that around to the front. And this one, you're just going to stick on the back like so. So it's got the decoration as well. So we'll just go through that again. I'll take them out. Take them all out. So get the back of your album. So make sure you've got your cutouts for your pockets to the top of your album. So on the back of the album, we're going to slip it into our envelope. But this time we're actually going to put some glue on our cardboard. We don't want to put glue down the side here. We don't need to. Now we're just going to slide it into our envelope. Can't pick it up. Now just slide it up to that edge. So you've got it up to the edge here. Just push it down and you've still got this bit here. Give it a rub, get it stuck on nice firmly. Now we're just going to do exactly the same to the front. We're just going to put glue on here, slip it into our envelope. So just glue up. Slide it into our envelope. Just rub it. Just bring it up to where the envelope comes. Give it a rub. Now we're just going to stick it over like so. So you can actually just lick this if you like, or you can just glue it. Run that over like that. Gives you, and then just turn it over and you're going to adhere this bit that you cut off to the back. If you don't want to put this on the back, that's okay as well. I just thought you might as well use it and add the gorgeous flowers to it. And I just put it right on the seam line. So that's your album. How simple's that, girls? Like so. So now I'm going to just decorate the front for you. Well, I think I am if I can find the cards. This one is for Lola. So you're going to have 8 envelopes left, so you can just put them aside if you like. Now I'm just going through the cards now. This is what I used for Ivy's. So Lola is a little bit different to Ive. I've just got to find the card that I wanted for her. anything is possible. I thought that just suited Lola down to the ground. So out of your black cardstock, you will be cutting your tags. So I cut them 3 inches by about 6.5. I can show you what I did for those first before I decorate the front. You can cut them very precisely, or if you're like me, you can guess. I really just went over to the 1/2 inch line, just lined it up. That might have been 3/4 of an inch, sorry, 3/4 of an inch line. Lined it up here. And just cut that. And if I was worried about how much off the other, I just put this over to the other side so you get exactly the same. You can draw a line, or you can just put it like I've done, like that, and just cut it. Totally up to you. That one's a bit crooked actually. And then I've just used a hole punch to cut. You use a little bit of your ribbon. You can do it however you like. You could even just staple it if you really liked. I just put it through like so. And pulled it through. Where'd my scissors go? I'll just make it a little bit shorter. Oh, all fingers. Don't want to work tonight. And then that just slips in here. So you just need 4 of them. You can decorate them however you like. I've virtually just put a photo on. I haven't really done much else with mine. I just found it easier just to put the photo. I tried to put one of these little cards on it, but I just found it was a little bit too thick. So once you've got your 2 photos on, it holds it nice and firm. And you might just want to take a little bit off the length. I just sort of said 6.5 inches to let you decide how much you want sticking out the top. So that's all your tags are, 3 inches wide. You know, you might want to cut them down to 6 inches, totally up to you. So, and all I did with the front is I just used a little bit of the black to matte this out. And I'm going to put it this way this time. And I've used these little gorgeous little black cutouts. So I'll show you what die they're out of, but I've cut them all out for you, and I'm just going to stick them on like that. They're out of the Big Cats dies. So this is in the main catalogue, the one with the tiger and everything, and it's just this little die cut out here. Nice little decorative die for that one. So that's out of the Big Cats dies. So I thought I would just add a little bit of the papaya ribbon. This time I'm just going to go around the black. And I'm going to do a ribbon, a bow, sort of to the top. Might need a bit more ribbon here. Still need a bit more, I'm being a bit lousy. Just do a bow. And you can fiddle around with that a little bit to get it right. And I'm just going to add that. I want it right up the top because so I don't need too much, and I think I'll just add that like so. Cut that off. So how simple is that with one of these little cards? And there's lots of different ones that you can use, depends who you're making your little album for and what they like and don't like. And I'm just going to add that to the centre. I'll fiddle with that ribbon a little bit later to get it sitting right. And with these little bits, I've used the self-adhesive tape for you, so self-sticky, gone through the big shot, so you can just peel it off and use it like a sticker. Just centre that up the top. So when you're decorating your album, it's got a lot to do with your photo, how much you can cut it down, or which orientation your photo's been taken, whether it's in a vertical or horizontal. So it's sort of difficult to tell you how to decorate your album. So you really just work on your photos. I didn't have any plan, I just sat down with the photos and thought, okay, it's this size, or how close they were taken. So you can cut them down a fair bit. Now I printed them all off as 4x6s and then cut them down as I could with the pages. Just tighten that up. You can add embellishments and all sorts to the front if you like. So that's as simple as, look, I've got a mess here, as your album is, but just like you can really read through this, life is full of bloom every now and then, or like you can just use your plain, you can just use this as a plain card and use it as a backing for your photo. But like, it's the simple pleasures, you know, they might have some little secret they like to, and I just added a little bit of ribbon here so you can pull it out, so that, you know, you can tell your stories behind, you know, if you want to keep them private, you can put things in behind here if you want to say something to somebody. So that's the great little album. I hope you have fun doing it, and I would love to see a few of them finished. Thank you very much. See you next month. Bye.